Yeah. Hello, Doug.
Hi there, kiddo.
How are you, young fellas?
Hi, Golly, how's Doug?
Good,
Boy,
bud.
I didn't know if you was going to make it or not. This is Kenny Whitaker.
Don't know him.
I'm a friend of Bud's here.
I see.
I'm not too.
I was alone over there, so he came and got me and brought me
You've
over.
never been alone.
Well, not as long as I got myself. Man.
This is my youngest son, Douglas.
Hi, how are you? Hi, how
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah?
What are we doing?
Waiting for you to tell a story here.
I've heard you guys tell the story, and I didn't want any of you to lie.
No.
Well, so far it's clean.
No, we only, the last thing we were on was the bare truth.
It takes in quite a bit of country, though.
Yeah.
Mr. Scheubeck?
Yeah.
Why dang, you're looking good.
Well, that's because I'm a good guy.
I guess that has something to do with it.
There goes the light theory all to hell.
Oh, this guy don't lie. This guy don't lie.
No, he's a good guy. Don't have to lie about nothing. Never did.
Yeah.
Nope. He's a great person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's single-footed around
Well,
them
don't
roads
you guys
up there at
get
mine
me
once in a while,
God, yes.
Boot healed it.
Yeah, he came through the country afoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could walk. No, this man lives in Oregon. He's my youngest son, and he's got a few stories too. You know, he's a pretty good cowboy. I'll tell you what.
I live in Idaho now.
Well, yeah, but Idaho. Yeah, well,
What part? Homedale. By Boise, about 50 miles north of Boise, northwest of Boise.
I almost killed him in the woods one time. I'll run this one by you. I was down in there on a piece of land that I bought the property from an old boy that his father, I knew him well, and I knew the boy well. His father died in 65 acres. This was way back when times was tough, and so by golly, I wrote and offered him $100 for that 65 acres. And so he wrote back to me and told me that he'd sell it for $100. But he told me, he says, the thing about this is kind of bad. He says there's some water line up there that's got some holes in it, froze. And he says, but it's worth something. But he says there's $400 back taxes on it. So I bought it, and I logged 2 million feet of timber off of that property. And then I sold it when I sold it, I finally got $50,000 for it when I sold it. But this boy was working with me down there on logging. And I made a road off into a canyon, and there was logs sitting along there that I hadn't skidded. And then we went underneath there and was going across, and by golly, to get some more logs, and Doug was helping me with my choker setter. And by golly, you know, I felt something and looked or seen it or something. One of them big logs up there, short logs, was rolling right out to where I figured Douglas was. And I thought, oh, Jesus. And you know what? He seen that, and he outrun that sumbitch, and he got up behind my cat to where he never got killed. That's how close he come to getting killed. That was the closest you ever came to getting killed, was right there, my boy. And
Yeah, I looked back, he was going to give me hell for not being there with the chokers already, and he looked back, and I know he was going to start chewing on me, and all he could see was the end of them chokers and that log going over the end of them chokers.
oh boy,
I
I
was
tell
right
you,
behind the cat. When he
Yeah.
come off that cat, he was pretty white.
I tell you what,
I
it
said,
scared
we're
me.
done for the day, and he just shut the cat off right there.
That was it.
Said, we're done.
Boy,
Yeah.
And you know-
then I decided I thought I better be a cowboy from then on.
he didn't stay with me long in the woods. But you know, there's another thing that happened right there on that same place. There was a big old Forest Service was right on the government line, and the Forest Service gave me a big tree there. It was 9 foot through, remember, right just beyond that landing, and we made a road right up to it because I was going to try to fall it and see if it was any good, because sometimes you can't tell. And that was on a weekend. I went back to the landing and parked the cat, and the next Monday morning I went to work down there, and that goddamn tree had fell right down that road towards the landing.
It wasn't any good.
And it was no good. Totaled her, it wouldn't have fell by itself.
Break off, you mean?
It just it just tipped over, rotten. I thought it might be good, and I just took a cat and built the road up to it, and I got it wasn't no good, so I lucked out twice then.